Hello, it's Yoga Sanctuary. It's Anne. Hello to you all. Glad you're here today. So making ourselves comfortable in our chair, leaning forward and bringing our behind all the way back to the back of the chair and bringing the back, leaning back, shoulders back. Take a breath with me. Breathing in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold the breath just a few seconds. Breathing out, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again. And one more. Bringing our hands down by our side, let's breathe in and lift up. Releasing down. And again. And with arms out a little bit from your chair, let's roll the arms back. We're circling the arms about like we were going around a basketball. Now let's bring hand over hand and we're just going to roll the hands around. And kind of go a little fast, creating energy. Now rest your hands down in your lap and your index fingertip and your middle fingertip to the crease and the thumb. Palms up and openly receiving the session. Breathe with me. Let's rub our hands together. Bringing right hand to opposite shoulder, another arm across. This is an ancient healing modality. A prayer for peace in our mind, peace within our body, peace within our spirit, and rest in the soul. Deep breath. Now let's take ourselves through the tapping for emotional free therapy. And we tap to the chest as though we're knocking on an inside door. Move across to your shoulders. And back to center. And let's tap left underarm, resting your hand at your neck. Go on up toward your elbow in the back and the front. And again. We stiffen our fingers. We use Mother Teresa's prayer and tap to your thumb as we ask for quiet in the mind. Index finger, may we have quiet in the eyes. Middle finger, quiet in the ears. Next finger, quiet in the mouth. Little finger, quiet in the heart. side of the hand, and the back of the hand. Rubbing through the hands, let's tap the other underarm. And we tap through the hand, our own personal prayers as I guide you through the fingers. Index finger. Middle finger. The next finger, and this finger represents relationships with others, and we'll remind ourselves to be encouraging and kind. Little finger represents ourself. May we be encouraging and kind to ourself, taking care of ourself every day. Side of the hand and the back of the hand. And let's tap to the chin, reminding ourselves to think before we speak. Move along the jaw, upper lip, make your way to under the eyes, beside the eyes, we tap over the eyes, paying attention in life and making our way to the crown of the head. A prayer for wisdom. Taking just a few breaths, I'm going to turn the fan on. Hands down by your side, let's breathe in and lift the arms. Dropping right elbow on top of left and wrap your arms, stretching through the arms. Unraveling the arms and rolling the shoulders back. Lift it up. Releasing down, bringing your arms up, and stacking left elbow on top of right. Wrap your arms, unraveling the arms, rolling the shoulders back. And let's bring our hips about halfway up the chair. I'm going to bring bottom of my feet together and rest the legs open a little bit. And let's turn to your left And let's come around the other way. Back at center. Feet flat to the ground, and let's round the back, tuck your chin. Breathe in, face up. Release. Let's continue this motion, 2 more breaths. And let's turn. Back at center. Scooting a little bit more forward, bringing our hands at the back of the chair. Situate your heels right under your knees. We're going to lean forward. Breathe in, face up, shoulders back. One more. Back at center. Let's bring our hands around the front. We're going to take the feet out wide. Hands on the inside of your knees and keeping those knees open a bit. And let's zigzag the feet back in. Bringing left ankle. Let's see about picking up your feet and coming to what I call man legs. Flexing that foot. Resting your weight a little bit on that inside of that knee. And while you're in this position, see about turning to your left. And to your right. Back at center. I'm going to stretch that leg out and foot down. Let's bring the other leg up. Turn to your right. And turning to your left. You always check in with your body, what's right for you. And if a particular move is not right for you, you just do something else. At least you're moving your body a bit. Now back at center. We're going to bring that foot down. Let's breathe in, come up. Release down toward your feet. Energy along the body. Raise it up into energy shower. Let's do this move one more time. Now bringing your left hand to your opposite leg. We're going to open that up to the left. Bring it back. And again. And a few more times. Resting that down, and other side. Move with your breath. And last time, come back at center. Let's lean our head over to the left. Lean your head over to the right. We come back at center and draw a circle with your nose and around the other way. Now let's stretch your left leg out. We're going to point and flex your foot. Draw circles with your toes and other way. I'm going to hug that leg in. Good posture. We'll stretch that leg out and bring in your foot to the ground. Stretch out the other leg and point and flex your foot. Turn it around. And other way. We'll hug the leg in. Stretch it out. And bring that foot back in. Let's bring ourselves to standing up. And of course, if you prefer to stay in the chair, you can do that. So to begin with, I'm going to step back and stretch through the back, which is a chair down dog. Just breathe in, come up. Breathe out, go back. A few more breaths like that. Coming up, I'm going to take my right foot forward, bend my knee. Right arm up. Bring a hand down furthest point. Coming up, let's bring that left foot up beside the right. Stepping other foot back. Good posture. And bringing left arm up. Releasing down. Back at center, and let's bring that foot in. So stepping back just a little bit, we're going to go through our squatting. Release down and up. coming up, let's sink our hips forward. Bring it up, right arm, and leaning back a bit. Keeping the hips forward, let's alternate the arms. Back at center, and we're going to roll up on our toes and back on our heels. And back to flatter feet. I'm going to take left foot back, roll up on my toes, leaning forward and left leg up. And bring that foot down beside the right. Stepping right foot back. Coming up and lifting your leg. Back at center. Let's take our feet open wide. We're going to bend one knee, then the other. And our moves are nice and smooth and slow and breathing. Now let's turn right foot to the right and bringing up right arm. Releasing down. And coming up, we'll alternate our feet position. Left arm up. Releasing down. And coming up. Let's bring our feet back into hip width. I'm going to kick back left leg. And right leg. Back at center. I'm going to pick up left leg. And last time, we'll move to the right leg. And again, coming up on your toes, back on your heels. And I'm going to step back a little bit. I'll take my right foot where the heel is to the inside of the left leg in tree pose. And I'm going to slightly bend that leg. Hands to heart. And you can still be to where you can touch hold of your chair, or even doing this position sitting in the chair. It's a beautiful thing about yoga. It's about what fits for you today. If it feels all right, either raising both arms or one arm, breathe in. Then hands back to heart. Now let's alternate our feet, turning the other foot out, hands to heart. Releasing hands down and lifting up. Releasing. Now I'm going to take you through a bit of tapping on pressure points. You can either be near the chair if you need to hold on. You can either sit back down if you want to. But this is just tapping into pressure points. So our knees are slightly bent. And I'm going to take my right hand to the left side elbow and just tap. I'll change over to the other arm. And then we're going to move that hand to the opposite shoulder. Other arm. Now we're going to tap where the legs join the body. And tapping the side of the legs at the hips. Now I want to take the hands and smack to the lower back. Just, you can even use the back of my back of your hands. That's what I'm doing. And just kind of knocking. This really helps the kidneys, particularly in the winter when we drink less water. We're usually a little less active, and this just helps activate the kidneys. So I'm going to turn just so that you see about where I am tapping. Kind of naturally where the hand, back of the hand fits to smack. All right, back at your center. Now we're going to just take a few breaths where we are doing what I call Zhenjiang, standing meditation. So your hands are out from your legs a little bit, as though you have a balloon in between your hands and your legs. Knees are slightly bent, and you can just feel the activity of the body, kind of waking up from that tapping. Take breath with me. And again, if you've needed to be sitting when we do this, just do the best that you can. We're always grateful for what we can do and not so concerned about what we cannot do. Breathe with me. Relax those arms down. you're either going to bring yourself back to your chair or onto the mat. You know, I highly encourage you to get down and up every day if you can. And if you cannot at this point, with regular practice, you work up to that possibly being in the future. So once we're down on the mat, we take our feet out a little wide and let's sway the hips side to side. And we'll just relax when we do this. Allow the hips to just relax through that movement. And this can help ease your lower back and put your knees in a better situation. Of course, your back and even your shoulders in a better way to be. Bring your feet back to hip width. We're going to touch our toes to the mat and just picking up one leg and then the other. If you're needing to be in the chair or wanting to be in the chair, just move your legs a little bit. And we keep enough strength to where you can slowly let your feet down. There's no plopping in yoga. So take your legs side to side. And when you come back at your center, check in with your body, and if you feel good about it, lifting your hips up in bridge. Relax your shoulders and stretch your arms over the shoulders. Relax your hands to come on down toward the mat and bring your back to the mat. Now hugging in your legs individually is the one that I always mention that's so good to do when you go to bed at night or before you get out of the bed in the morning. So hugging in, left leg. Take a breath with me. And we'll stretch out right leg. And let's bring that bent leg over to the right. Back to your center. Open that bent leg up a little bit. And we're going to hug in the right leg. Let's stretch out left leg and roll to the left. Come back at your center. Stretch that leg out. Now before we rest out the last few moments, let's tighten up the right leg. I want you to tighten every muscle in your right leg. Now relax that right leg. And tense up every muscle in your right arm and make a fist with your right hand. Tense, tense, tense. And relax it. Left leg. Lock out your knee, Just tense up the leg, just tighten, tighten, and relax it. Last limb, left arm. Make a fist, tense your whole arm. Tight, 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 tight. Relax it. Now at this time we're going to surrender our mind and body to the mat. I want to take just a few sacred moments to relax and breathe and allow the session to come together from the beginning to now. So kind of bringing yourself on back around. I wanted to talk about the bowl just a little bit. I haven't brought the bowl out and about other than to kids' college yoga. I do that to introduce them. But you've seen the bowl before like this, and it's a crystal bowl with a gong. And they come in different tones, and I didn't realize this when I purchased one years ago. I've always used the metal one. So the crystal ones come in different tones that, so then with the price of them and everything, I thought, well, which one am I going to choose to get? So I chose to get the one that is of the heart chakra. So I'm going to ring that one more time for you. And the waves just float out from it and bring good healing vibrations. So we bring our session to close and feeling really good about the time that we spent to refresh ourselves. And our closing thread for thought today is that today's decisions are tomorrow's realities. And we remind ourselves that we have 3 choices. We can take it, we can leave it, or we can change it. So closing our session in honor and respect of one another's spirit. Namaste.